Well, what's up, DubNation? We are finally live. That was a little frustrating. Damn you, StreamYard. Yeah, looking to a new streaming provider very soon. I guess not soon because we've got some time. Only maybe before the draft, I'll have time to look at new services. This is inexcusable by StreamYard, and I've asked for a refund for this month. Inexcusable. You charge us so much money, you gotta spend the extra money on Mother's Day and holidays to upgrade your Amazon Web Services or whatever the heck you host StreamYard on. But anyway, got to get past that a little bit. No choice. That's life. People will F you over, and you got to move on and brush it off like it was nothing. We're going to have Dean Chambers join us in about 15 minutes. Let me change my background a little bit so it's not as cluttered. But yeah, good luck, Larry Harris, out there in Chicago, Illinois. I always put our Discord server up on the back. Oh, what's up, Denzel? Oh, yeah. What is his name? Bruce. Bruce. This is our Discord server. Let me put the link in the, by the way, the game, not the game, the draft lottery is on ABC, not ESPN. I just found that out. So correct everything in the description, and the description on Substack probably is wrong, and the description on Facebook is probably wrong. Draft lottery is on ABC, guys, not ESPN. FYI, as it is a Sunday. And our Discord server, to join our Discord server, which is mostly just a library of news. It's simplified. It's just WAP.com. Let's go Warriors. Let's see. Let's check everything. The latest and greatest, actually the latest and greatest are right here in these VIP feeds. So you go to our Discord, you sign up, you go to the Let's Go Warriors one. This is the Valkyries one. If you want to join the Valkyries one, it's the same link. You have to go through WAP because, quite frankly, Discord's sign up membership system is flawed, honestly. So yeah, we have to go through WAP. They're actually, them and Patreon are the best webhooks into Discord, but Patreon charges more for the, obviously I charge $5 a month for these VIP feeds. We've talked about that before. I can go into that later. As far as like one of the perks of the free version is down here, classic dubs. There's always somebody on Twitter's posting some kind of classic dubs stuff. All right, so let's go look at what is happening right now. Bay Area live feed, which includes a few of the top NBA journalists, such as Mark Stein. And, oh, and I need to go live on TikTok and whatchamacallit, Twitch. I'm going to go get back on Twitch. I just can't hook in through StreamYard. Hey, used to. What happened here? I don't know. I can't read Spanish, I think. Or is it Portuguese? Don't know. Latin America, probably probably Spanish. Plus minus Thompson Scribe, Steve Kerr is back. Oh, there's a new article by Marcus Thompson, and it looks like from the link that he allowed you to read it for free. So let's search on Thompson Scribe, which this is one of the best features of our Discord, honestly. NBA Thompson Scribe is his handle that I've memorized. Thompson Scribe. Enter. And there's the link. See this link? It says shared article unlocked. So I think we can read it. So let's read this. Oh, cool, man. So everybody, you can go read this article. Let me pin the Discord server link. Okay, we'll read this in a minute, but I want to go live on the various social media platforms. And we've got 9 minutes till the draft lottery starts, so I hope Dean is on his way. Let me go live on Insta. And then TikTok. And then what else? TikTok and Twitch. Live. So give me a moment, but go check out that Steve Kerr article. I haven't even read it, so I don't know. I haven't even posted it on our Discord yet, but it'll get there. You know, you got the VIP feeds for real-time stuff if you are a VIP member. What was I looking for? The title, yeah. Videos and podcasts. Draft lottery watch party. Wow, they still got American Idol. Wow. All right, let me go live on Insta. Warriors draft lottery watch party on Instagram. Comment on YouTube or live chat on YouTube. Update details. Three, two, one. We're gonna go live on Insta. I got all my Lucky Warriors gear on. But yeah, let's see. Comment on YouTube or interact on YouTube because I don't have time to read every single comment on every single platform. If you are on Instagram, I got my Lucky Warriors jersey, my Lucky Oakland hat. We're on YouTube and Substack, and now we're going to be on Twitch. Okay, let's go live on Twitch. Is Dean on his way? Oh, you got 6 minutes, Dean. We're now live on Twitch for the first time in eons because I haven't been on Twitch in so long because they wouldn't let me. They banned me for a little bit. I forgot why, but it was unnecessary. So I got a little bit mad at them. So I never stream directly on StreamYard to Twitch. And we're going to go live on TikTok. We're live on like 5 platforms right now. On our Discord server, which if you go to the YouTube version of this, you will see pictures from the draft lottery in Chicago. Bobby Marks just posted. Let's go look at that on our Discord. And there's a podcast with Marcus Thompson and Tim Kawakami, obviously. Warriors Plus Minus, which is usually a must listen. I mean, every now and then I'll disagree with them, but I agree with them 99% of the time. Oh, Bobby Marks is in the salary cap section. There's your picture from the draft lottery. And what was I going to do next? Oh, go live on TikTok. Yeah. So, oh, that was Steph. Steph's on TikTok. Oh, that's old. Okay, let's see. Draft lottery watch party. Copy text. Let me just get this going. And we're going to go live on Twitch pretty quick here. Live. Go live. Where's my title? There it is. Warriors draft lottery watch party. Watch party. Oh, you can't fit it. Dang. Watch party. One word. All right. Draft lottery is one word, and watch party is now one word. Nope, that didn't fit. Watch party and draft lottery is one word. Yay. It worked. Done. Go live. Flip. Oh, flip. Yeah, it's good enough. So many platforms. Move everybody over a little bit. Where's Dean Chambers? Dean, come here to the live stream now. Okay, Bruce says, I'm wishing for a top 10 pick. It can only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 12, 13, 14 are the mechanics of the draft lottery. So we can only get 1, 2, 3, 4, or 11, 12, 13, 14. So if our placard gets revealed by Mark Tatum in the first, 4 slots or first 3 slots, that means somebody else moved up in the top 14 or in the 11, 12, 13 or 14 spot in the 12, 13 or 14 spot because we're 11th. We don't want and need LeBron. Anytime I hear that is, okay, so who can you get for 20 million? And my mock-up on the Kawhi LeBron trade that's on our YouTube channel, I admit that is far-fetched. And actually, I had a talk with the equivalent of Let's Go Lakers, let's call it. One of my best buddies, Mark, he's an avid Laker fan because he's Filipino. He was born on a military base in Guam, and they all love the Lakers. So he kind of had no choice but to be a Laker fan, even though he grew up in Alameda. So I forgive him for that. But he might as well be Let's Go Lakers because he and I think the same way, and we both put teams into Asian tournaments and whatnot. So we have a lot of experience with basketball itself. Dean Chambers.
What's up, Rich?
Good to have you.
Yeah, good to be here.
1, 2, 3, 4, or 11, 12, 13, 14. What else was I saying? I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, LeBron. Yeah, LeBron. So my question to you, Bruce, but thank you, Bruce, for commenting, and being the number one commenter all the time. If it's not LeBron for 20 million is my mock-up, which is crazy in and of itself. So I was talking to my Laker friend. Now I know where I went on the digression. We both concluded that LeBron's probably going to Cleveland just due to the salary caps, and it just makes sense. And by the way, the Laker fans, they want Jarrett Allen. They really want Jarrett Allen. Their big three is going to be Luka, Austin Reeves, and Jarrett Allen, and then they will also pursue Peyton Watson, is the hope. And that all, if you look at the cap sheets of all the teams involved, it all makes sense. What do you think on that, Dean? So come up with another one, Bruce.
No, I hadn't thought about Jared Allen. I hadn't thought about Jared Allen.
I only want LeBron because he's the best that we can get for 20 million, in my opinion, and just the mechanics of it. I already did a live stream on that, hour and a half live stream with a spreadsheet. So go check that out. So
yeah, I don't know if I'd want to pay LeBron 20 million at age 42, 43.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is I think he can get a better contract than that in Cleveland, but I'm not sure.
How much does Allen make?
28 mil.
Oh well, there you go.
But it's difficult anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it, Bruce. If you really don't want LeBron, and who else was out there? Kayla up on Instagram was like, I don't want LeBron. I get it. Don't worry about it. It's far-fetched anyways.
Yeah. You obviously saw the fit basketball-wise in the Olympics, but
how else are we going to improve this team? That's the thing. All right. Well, we got the ping pong container on TV right now. Let's check and see if they've got any other live shots from. I keep wanting to say Secaucus. It's not Secaucus. It's Chicago. Oh, the Warriors social team just said all the odds from 2% to nearly 0% getting the 14th pick. Getting the 14th pick would be so unfair, but we would definitely be hated by the basketball gods, because then the 12, 13, and 14th teams all move up, which is damn near impossible. But here we go. I think we're going. You can see it on TV. As soon as Mark Tatum steps up, oh boy, there's like literally no chance of us getting the 14th though, so we can breathe a sigh of relief on that one. And at the end of the day, I mean, obviously you'd rather have 11 over 12 or 13, but they're so close anyways. I don't know that it makes that huge of a difference.
We'll get the right player. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's that's wishful thinking. That's good. I'm just saying the draft is hard. So we get the right player or we don't. The draft is the draft. But whoever we get, he's going to play. Can we be?
I hope so. Because I don't trust Steve Kerr to put that trust in a rookie immediately.
I know, right?
But if we don't, we're going to be the 10th seed again or whatever. So I'd like to try and get maybe home court advantage for,
people are saying trade the pick, but I obviously if it's top 4, I would not trade it, because all 4 guys, Eric G told us there's tiers, top 4, then 5, 6, 7, then after that. And that can change still. We'll have Eric G at 4:30 if you want to come back, Dean. You don't have to, but because I know you got to work, but
it is Mother's Day too. So
we'll have Dean. We'll have Eric G of NBADraft.net back at 4:30, right before the Valkyries game that we're gonna do a watch party on. But if we are top 4, did you see the Caleb Wilson highlights? Like, yikes! I put it here in the draft section. So, but I don't want to get too excited because we've seen workouts from Jonathan Kuminga. We've seen workout clips from James Wiseman, but this guy Caleb Wilson at 6'9" or 10 doing some of the stuff. Yeah, this one doesn't have music. Him dunking here is no biggie, but you know, I mean, some of these moves remind me of Kuminga clips, but he's 6'9.5", you know, or 6'10". So yeah, you guys go check out that. It's going viral right now. That Caleb Wilson video. Oh man.
Oh, you didn't see? Yeah.
We just need a honestly, we just need an athlete like him to finish plays and the SWAT shots. The same Instagram post, I should put the Instagram link on Discord later, showed him blocking a shot on the chase down for North Carolina, which is just like, wow. I don't know if Jonathan can do that. He has done it before, but it seems like Caleb Wilson is a little bit more fluid. But
So
top 4, I would not trade. And I wouldn't trade 11, 12, 13, or 14 because this is a strong draft. We're going to get a good guy because like all 4 of these guys, like last year, they probably, or not Cooper Flag, but the Zachary Reinsdorf year, all 4 of these guys probably could have gone number 1 in the Zachary Reinsdorf draft.
oh
right?
yeah.
So everybody moves down a little bit. So like the 11th pick this year or the 14th pick this year is like the 10th pick in a normal draft. So that's why I want to keep this guy. And then it's just like having a top 10 pick. And then if you're going to trade out a pick for Kawhi, just send out a future one. So that's my long dive.
Yeah, no, I agree. Also, I just looking at the roster that we have, I would rather just see what we have and then make moves at the trade deadline. I know that's not your preferred thing, Rich, but
yeah, because
it's the only way I can see to not sell kind of low on the talent. Also, I think where's Porzingis going to go? He's not going to hit free agency, is he? You really think that?
Right.
So let's just get it together and see what we have.
Yeah, but also the reason why I want to pursue Kawhi so much, and that's far-fetched too. Why would the Clippers want an injured Jimmy Butler? But if you just look at our cap sheet, the problem is that we have the equivalent of 2 dead cap space spots, at least for half a year. Like we can only get 13 total guys. Every other team can get 15 unless they've got a guy who Minnesota's stuck with Dante with the Achilles. But we have 2 guys that can't even play. So we're behind the 8 ball, and that's why
It'll make Steve play the young guys. I like it. He'll have to.
But these young guys were designed like Pods, Gee, Will Richard. They were picked to complement Steph, and so it's
Steph.
That's why this pick just has to. I'm on capsheets.com for anybody not watching the YouTube or Substack right now, or Facebook. Yeah, we got to play the pick, and it's just a math equation from a roster standpoint. It sucks. Moody too, man.
I know.
By the way, happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Love you, moms. I forgot to. Bruce making a prediction. That might be a bad thing. Bruce making a prediction. Because we're getting the first pick. Great.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, you jinxed it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm just kidding. Who knows? But yeah, if Bruce is right, then Larry Harris becomes Larry Legend, first of all.
There was already a Larry Legend, but yeah, I get what you mean.
The Warriors Larry Legend. I know you're sensitive to that one because here's Larry Harris, who I found out yesterday is the son of the great Dell Harris.
Yeah.
How did I not make that connection? I think it was just because, oh, Harris, that's popular.
Yeah, it's a common last name,
but Del Harris, man, go look up his Wikipedia, dude. Especially you Laker fans. Any of you, like, wow. I just remember him, early Kobe era, and he's on. Back then, he was like 50-ish. The white hair is just his signature.
Yeah.
And then Larry Harris, kind of resembles him, slick back hair, although it's not white. But Larry Harris was there in 2005 for the Bogut pick for the Milwaukee Bucks. And there is a 20-minute interview if you go to the Warriors SoundCloud with Larry Harris. And he talked about that experience. And then Dean was insightful enough to see that Larry O'Brien, the dog, Lacob's dog, was at the 2020 virtual draft lottery. So I wonder if Larry O'Brien, the dog, is going to be around for this one. They're interviewing AJ. It's interesting. They've got all the is that a new thing to have these top guys come to the draft lottery? Not like I always watch draft lotteries.
I don't know.
But
I feel like they don't normally, unless they're involved somehow in the front office or whatever. I think Steph was so frustrated having broken his hand and COVID season ending, like as soon as he came back. I think he was just like, I want to do something, But I don't think don't know. I don't think it's that common for your best player to show up in the middle of the summer.
Steph was I guess it was a Zoom call in 2020 for the draft lottery. We must have been on that one, but I don't remember it at all. I don't know why.
No, I think he had cornrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I skip out on that? There's no way I would have skipped out on that.
You probably were just burnt out, Rich. You were just exhausted in 2020, as we all were.
2020. Yeah, I was probably burnt out. I don't know.
Hey, so this isn't going to last very long, huh? Because there's a game on at 12:30.
Exactly.
So
we got 18 more minutes to get the placards. Man, I was thinking Keaton Wagler. I was kind of like, I kind of want him if we didn't get AJ, just because he's like Halliburton 2.0. But then right here in our Discord server, the Caleb Wilson highlights came out, and I did not know this guy was that mobile. Like, he's super mobile. Like, Caleb Wilson running around like he's 6'6", 6'7", but he's really 6'9", 6'10".
So here's the thing, though.
Yeah,
I would only ever draft a guy based on what he did in college. And what Caleb Wilson did in college was shoot 25% from three and 71% from the line. And guys don't add jump shots. That never happens. Most guys are not Kawhi. They don't learn to shoot jumpers. So for this team, it'd be great. I would love the defensive talent, but it'd be good to have a guy who can shoot the ball.
Yeah, I'd be happy with any of those top four. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna be picky. I don't think you can really get it wrong. Knock on wood.
Well, you can't get it wrong in the eyes of the public when it happens, But
there's so many. Oh man,
there's a lot of talent to choose.
It's going to be so funny. Like, how is Warriors Twitter going to explain if we get a top 4 pick? If we get the number 1 pick, everyone's going to go, "Oh, AJ DeBonsa." So then, how are you going to explain how you hated on the number 7 pick of Kuminga? Because we're picking, the most athletic guy with some skill at.
Well, the thing is that you're accountability. They'll say something one day and then everybody will forget that they said it. Like, if you don't draft James Wiseman and turn him into our own Giannis, and then like 8 months later they're like, "You're so stupid, drafting James Wiseman." Oh God.
Yeah, Steve Kerr's back.
We can look up the receipts of what you said. and you still don't care.
That's not how it works on Twitter, unfortunately.
That's not how it works anywhere, apparently.
Yeah.
Everybody's a diplomat now.
Here they're going over they're going over all the people that's there. Alonzo Mourning, wow. He looks good.
Oh, well.
I know he had health issues, but he looks good.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Steve Kerr coming back. This is a young man's league. Yes. Good point. Good point.
Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. Please.
No
more 4 goddamn ups, please.
The only kind of, I don't know what, rebuttal? Is that the right word? Well, yeah. Yaxel is 24 or 5. Yaxel is quote unquote
24, but I think he'll be 25 sometime in the season.
Oh, here we go. Hey,
I do like 4-year college players though. They really, I don't like watching the college game that much, but they really know how to play.
Hard. I mean, come on, look. If you saw this in your gym, you know, you held a draft workout. Caleb Wilson comes in, does all this stuff. By the way, like Yaxel can't do some of this stuff. He can't.
Okay.
So it's so hard. I know you want to base it on college performance. It's so hard though. So
well, I think people get overly. I think people put too much emphasis on explosive athleticism when the important thing is to add skilled size. The highest skill you can get mixed with good NBA size, I think, is more important than explosive power.
The placards are in. Oh,
hey, let's go.
Warriors be on the bottom, please. Oh, man. Yaxel is more a complete player. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
24 and Wilson's 9. I'm not like trying to say I don't like Caleb Wilson. I haven't really. I was waiting until today to really dive into.
Here's Tatum, guys. This is gonna go quick. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Charlotte Hornets. This is going too fast, man. Not the Warriors. Not the Warriors. Miami Heat. Yes. Not the Warriors 12. Not the Warriors 12. Come on.
Hey, relax, Rich.
OKC. All right, we have a chance unless we're 11. Now here it is. Did we get in the top 4? Drum roll. Warriors. We're 11th.
Hey, that's fine. No, we didn't go down. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we are 11th. There you have it, guys.
It'll be a good pick, man.
Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see if anybody moved up. Dallas Mavericks. That sounds regular. Chicago moved up. Chicago's in the top 4. Tony Kukoc.
Whoa. Chicago top 4 pick.
Dang, I thought they would rig it for us, man.
Maybe they did. Well, maybe 11th is just what we need, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Championship.
Well, I kind of want Yaxel, even though at that range, even though then we'd have a glut of forwards.
Well, we have to think.
Wait. Oh, the Grizzlies have landed in the top 4 as well. We'll talk about Yaxel soon.
Yeah.
Vince Carter. The Nets? Oh, yeah. He was a Net. Oh, that means the Utah Jazz moved up. The Clippers.
Oh, they're going to take that pick from him, bro.
Oh, the Pacers got bumped. That sucks. They got Zubats. They upgraded. So it's Washington, Utah, Chicago, and Memphis. Will the pick be traded? I hope not. There's your. There's your watch party. We are 11th.
I'm I'm on the Athletic, and they're like, not show me.
Top 4 is Washington, Memphis, Chicago, and who's the 4th? Utah. Indiana gets 5th. They would have kept it if they were top 4. Oh, wow. Ouch. TJ McConnell's like,
It's rough, man.
So 3 teams moved from 5 or later, 5 to 11, into the top 4.
5 to 11?
Yeah, somewhere between 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, they moved up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think. Is that how it works? No, that's not how it works. Never mind. Chicago moved up. Yeah, maybe that's right. Maybe I did get that right. Whereby I think Utah was 5th. So now they go top 4. I don't know. And the Clippers moved up. So I think
we went to TV break. Okay.
2 teams moved way up. I think the Clippers moved up into the top 4. And then maybe Chicago moved up, which bumped the Clippers down. Chicago. And then Utah also moved up. No. Yeah.
Well,
maybe
moved
3.
up. I mean,
let's look at
Utah was pretty low record-wise to begin with. So.
Yeah. Let's see if somebody can explain this.
Okay.
Maybe Brett Siegel can explain it. Danny Emmerman says he likes a day Mara. We talked about that with Eric G. Nope, he's not ready. Dalen Swain is a new name that I don't know about. And then obviously Eric G likes Braden Burries in terms of fit/good player, because he doesn't want to draft Yaxel because we would have a lot of forwards, assuming Horford and Porzingis come back. And also LeBaron Filan's on nearly every mock at 11. So Grizzlies jumped into the top 4.
I'm fine with overloading this team with talented big forwards, though. I'm kind of okay with that. Let's see if we can play big ball, why not?
Yeah, it's not that bad, is it?
Yeah.
Because you still have Pods and Will Richard.
Yeah.
Then you'll have Moody and Jimmy as playmakers as well.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Moody's more of a 2 guard.
He's more of a catch and shoot type guy, I think.
Yeah, but he understands the system and where to go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Gary understands.
Actually, I'd love to see him set more screens, if I'm being honest.
So, all right, cool. I'm glad you put in a vote for Yaxel.
Yeah, also, I like him.
I happen to know a guy that's close to Yaxel, so it would be pretty nice for the Warriors if that happens.
We'll have to see if he and Draymond can put aside their Michigan beef.
Yeah. Man, are people really think we're going to trade this? I don't know, guys. I think we're lucky. We're lucky here at Let's Go Warriors because we get to talk to a guy that lives and breathes the draft. That's Eric G.
Oh yeah.
Some of these things are just like, if you talk to a guy like that, they would tell you, nah, don't do that. All right, let's check the top 4. Here comes Mark Tatum. Bulls at 4.
Oh, baby.
Man, Memphis got thrown a bone. Yeah. I wonder if Utah got one. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Danny Ainge is like, I shouldn't have traded for JJ. No, it is Utah. So it holds. Washington.
Oh,
survives.
This, Rich.
I jinxed it.
Yeah.
Washington survives. They were number 1, right? The whole time?
I don't know.
This Memphis got in the top 4. I think that's how it works. It's kind of confusing.
The
Wizards won the draft lottery. I think you got to go with AJ DeBonset number 1. Darren Peterson with the creatine thing. Yeah, I don't know about that. I would shy away.
Oh, the Jazz got number 2.
Yep.
I thought the Pacers.
That's perfect for the Jazz, honestly, because Darren Peterson going over to join JJJ and Lowry.
What about Boozer? The family connection.
Right, huh? Carlos Boozer used to be a Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they need to turn the other way there. So then Memphis can replace JJJ with Boozer, I think. And the Bulls would get Caleb Wilson, I suppose. That's one hell of an athletic team, though, with Buzelis. I love Buzelis. That guy.
Yeah, everybody does, I think. He's just a talented young player. Unfortunately, as a Jazz fan, growing up, little rivalry with the Bulls. But if you've ever been to Chicago, you're like, oh, this is like one of the coolest cities in the world. Yeah, but everybody loves Chicago. You can't go to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't like it here. Unfortunately, they just have.
Except in February.
Well,
it's so cold.
That's why the people are so nice in June. It's because they all have to go through February together.
OKC Thunder got the 12th pick. Remember we were talking about that, Dean?
Oh, yeah. Here, okay, so one. This is not my only thing, but one way I would look at this draft is who would the Thunder really honestly want us to not pick one pick before them? Maybe we should just look at that guy because, then
I'll say it's Yaxel.
Yeah.
Because Yaxel on OKC, oh, man, that's just unfair. He's like
coming up behind
as the 4. What are they missing? They're missing a 4.
Coming up behind Jalen Williams.
Yeah, Jay Will. So you'd have like Jay Will would kind of be their 4 when they go big, right? Yaxel is better than Jay Will, not J Dub. Jay Lynn.
No, I was saying backing up J Dub. Yeah, as the.
I don't know about that. I mean, Yaxel is more of a pure, 3-4 that can handle a little bit, but not handle like J Dub can.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But that would be just totally unfair for Yaxel to go perfectly fit into OKC. No. Okay, we got to pick Yaxel just because.
Yep. And
I can't even believe he's kind of like dropped. Let me see. Let's go to NBADraft.net, our fave. NBADraft.net. So now that I can do the thumbnail for the 430 with Eric G, that's the next thing for everybody. Come back to this channel in 4 hours. We're going to talk mock draft with Eric G. Braden Burries. Oh, they changed it to Eric G's pick. Yaxel going 13th. Wow. Why would they pick Phylon? Why would OKC pick Phylon at 12? That's just a duplication of like Kaysen Wallace. Kind of, not really. I mean, Kaysen is more of a shooter than a driver. And I actually don't really know these guys all that well yet, but I'm just assuming that they can go and get a bucket. So I can envision, 6'4", ball handler, 1-2 in all of these guys. Eric G has said that Braden Burries has more of a capability of getting assists and stuff than some of these other bucket getters. And then the weird one is Hans Steinbach moving up to 10.
Yeah. He's a big guy who can shoot, but I watched.
Oh, did you?
I watched a few highlights because I saw him mock to us, and I forget what it was, but it just felt like just not athletic enough, and also, unfortunately, this is kind of the same thing I thought about Franz Wagner, but I worry about guys who kind of bobble the ball a little, and I don't know. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Shivmond? Oh yeah,
Shivmond. Lakers to Cancun in 4. That is one cool thing that's happening right now, even though it is OKC spanking them. Sorry, Dean.
Yeah. I love California. I don't know about you guys.
Well, you're in Long Beach.
Yeah.
That. They've got Kareem Lopez at 16. Man, I don't know about picking Kareem Lopez. Eric G told me that because Jeremy Woo of ESPN, formerly of Sports Illustrated, always does the draft. Jeremy Woo had Kareem Lopez at 11 with Golden State. And I'm just like, first of all, Yaxel's a better player, period. And probably LeBaron Philon is too. And probably Burries if you had to just, pick to play a pickup game, to win a pickup game. Kareem Lopez, Eric G was saying, is more of a 4. And so, so is Yaxel, but I don't know. I'd be happy with Yaxel or Burries or Philon in terms of archetype. And Cameron Carr is a little raw.
Wait a minute. It says here that Philon is 6'4" and 175 pounds.
185.
Oh, 185.
That must mean he's Michael Brown is 180. Kingston is 185. And who else is 6'4"? Burries is 205. Ooh, okay. I like the size. That's like Steph Curry, honestly, except Steph's 6'3". Yaxel is overrated. Wow, Bruce.
Well,
you might be right, but overrated at 11? No.
I think he's
poll. If you're go to YouTube to do the poll.
I think he's
who would you pick at 11?
Just more of a sort of known prospect. Just because he's been doing it for 4 years. And they just, they just won the title.
Yaxel. Or let's put Lopez in there. Start the poll. But I'm very, 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 very biased. I'm rooting for Yaxel just because I know people close to him. So I don't know if he'll ever give me any insider info, so don't count on that. But just the fact that I can talk to the guy about things. And oftentimes he'll probably say, don't tell anybody, Rich. And I'll just have to enjoy it myself. But yeah, that'd be nice. Bruce wants
I'm not saying Yaxel's the only guy we should be going after. It's just, I don't know. A 24-year-old, 4-year player who's tall can.
Oh, dude! Bruce says Yaxel is another Trace Jackson Davis. Dang! Ouch!
That's
ouch,
insane,
bro. That's wrong, bro.
Yeah.
TJD can't shoot.
I mean, no offense to TJD, but
TJD's not going to come down on a fast break and just try to run over a guy. That's what I love about Yaxel.
TJD might do that. It's just not going to work.
It might not work at the NBA level. I agree, but I like the toughness. There's not a lot of guys that's actually doing that. Quentin Post doesn't do that. TJD couldn't do that. I guess Gary, as a power forward at 6'2", he can do that, but he's so small.
He can't go through guys like that.
Yeah, exactly.
He can't.
But that's the thing is Yaxel wants to go and draw the contact, and he's strong enough to absorb it. So it might look a little shaky, but he's strong like that.
Well, that's what I was hoping for with Butler and Kuminga. More guys who can just create contact, get to the line, put pressure on the rim to collapse the defense a little, because we have so many guys who can shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Now, Jimmy got hurt Kuminga got traded, obviously, but I still think that's important to have guys who want to drive the ball to the hoop, which we just didn't have once Jimmy went down and Jonathan Kuminga was traded. The rest of the year, other than Steph, and I don't want Steph to be the best driver of the basketball on the team anymore. That seems like a bad idea. He's 6'2", 6'3", you know? So I would love Bruce likes Kareem.
I know, right? Did you I just typed this in for Bruce.
Oh, right.
More. Also, a new guy, Golden State Fanatic.
Yeah. Oh, hey, welcome.
Yaxel will get Wiseman. Dang, man. Stop it. Gosh, Bruce. If we didn't know Bruce personally, we would just
I think wise mean.
Being mean. And then we got Golden State Fanatic says he's torn between Yaxel and LeBron. I don't have any information on LeBron yet. We will get more information in 4 hours with Eric G joining the live stream. I'm not going to stay on for 4 hours. It's
Eric G of NBADraft.net.
Eric G of NBADraft.net.
Yep.
Who believes Burries is the right pick for Golden State. As I said, I'm all in on Yaxel now that it's a possibility, and he's all the way down on 13th on this mock at NBADraft.net, but I am biased, and I don't care. And thank you, Dean, for justifying some reasons for Yaxel. So who do you want, Dean?
Well, you know, I was waiting until today to really look into a lot of these guys, but yeah, it's Yaxel, man. I liked him as soon as I saw him, you know. Also,
yeah, go ahead.
You know, to get a guy coming off a championship.
Oh yeah, you like that
NCAA. I think that it shows
it worked with Michael.
That's true. Although that was his freshman year, and he played 2 years after that. But
true.
Yeah, winning a championship in the NCAA is really, really hard. And I know he was on a very good team, but I wonder. I would say that a lot of people are saying Phylon. A lot of people have him going to the Warriors. The frame, 6'4", 185, 175, whatever it was. That worries me a little because we have way too many small people on this team, and I worry that Steve Kerr just guards more than wings. But
well, he didn't.
I would like to look up his game a little bit more. You know, since so many people have him going to the Warriors, so I haven't looked him up. And Kareem looks interesting as well. 6'8" forward from New Zealand, so I'd like to look into those two as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do the research on Kareem. Speaking of Kareem, Jamal Wilkes, 1974, number 11, the other Kareem. Speaking of the other Kareem, the more famous Kareem.
The other Kareem he is now. Okay.
Mathematically the other, but yeah, the one. Speaking of the one Kareem, spelled differently, Jamal Wilkes was our 11th pick. Wow. Klay Thompson, obviously the most famous one. Yo, is it weird that we have so many 11s? Feels like a lot. Tyrone Hill. Shout out Tyrone Hill.
Mikhail Petrus.
Air France.
Yeah.
Biedron's worked out. Klay, obviously.
Yeah, Biedron's going to hit a free throw to save his life, though. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He was like one of the worst free throw shooters ever.
Klay Thompson, 76th best player of all time.
Yeah. Oh, 77. It was number 77 because they had a tie for top 75, a tie because actually it was the 76 season, so they just did 76 names. I think
it was Lillard and who was tied.
I can't remember the guys who were tied, but Klay was the guy right after that. And
that's so
Draymond and Steph bought Klay a 77 jersey.
Yeah, okay.
He was walking around,
which I think probably was instigated by Raymond Ritter because he thinks of those things.
Oh, right, yeah. Unfortunately, he then went to go play with Luka right after that. Yeah, and now Luka's wearing 77 in the purple and gold, or should be.
Los Angeles Lucas.
Crazy.
That's been said before, right? Los Angeles
What?
Lucas. Or can I trademark that? The Los Angeles Lucas.
Oh, there are a bunch of like Lucas with the Lakers and all and stuff. Yeah.
Cool. All-time number 11 picks. That's a nice little table. All right, we got some people. Hans Steinbach.
11 is a good number. Yep, we talked about him.
Stay away from Nate. Ament. Yeah, we talked about that exactly. Don't have enough info on Hans. That's an interesting one. I thought Eric G, when he was on last time, he was like, we're not quite sure if he can shoot. Are you telling me like he's got to at least be Quinton Post, which you know me, I'm down on Quinton Post right now, but at least shoot like him, right? I think.
It didn't fit what I was saying, and I guess that doesn't mean anything, but I don't know. That was a little bit of a stay away from me.
Phylon 3-level scorer. Yep, we didn't have that exactly.
Oh, did you not get?
Oh man, Devansh throwing shade at the Wizards. They got the first pick. What a waste. Oh man. Well, no, I mean Trey Young, AJ Devonta, and Anthony Davis. By the way, speaking of Anthony Davis, Chris Haynes said he would not be surprised if Anthony Davis is not a Wizard to start the season.
No, he's. If you just listen to that Draymond interview that they did, it didn't sound like he was ready to stomach any kind of rebuild or anything like that. Now, getting the first pick might change things. It might change things for him. But you know, I mean, he's a name to keep an eye out for on the trade market for sure. So.
Bruce, you got PTSD. That's what Jamu is saying.
Post-traumatic Steph disorder.
Yaxel won't get Wiseman. Devansh wants Iguodala. Yeah, don't we all? Hey, Nighttime Mac is back. Mike is back. I do like Nate Ament as an athlete. It only took me that one time he drove into the teeth of Michigan from the wing. Like I was like, whoa, this guy's 6'9" and he can handle the ball like that between the legs a couple times. But yeah, it is a development thing. But the rebuttal to all of that, I don't know that I'm right or not. I don't care to be right or not. I'm just throwing this out as something to think about. Didn't Steph's performance against the Clippers show us that you don't really need a whole lot? Like, as long as Nate Ament can utilize Guy Santos as an archetype, like even the Guy Santos that doesn't have a bag, isn't that enough just to have a 6'9" guy out there getting a loose ball? So that would be my rebuttal to all of the ones that are like, oh, he's not ready. Because you're right. He doesn't seem ready to, okay, here's Golden State Warriors practice. We're going to have a scrimmage. Yeah, Nate Ament probably not ready to do that. But then if you just fine tune it a little bit and say, hey, Guy, go talk to Nate. Tell him what to do. You have a 6'9" Guy with a 7'2" wingspan or whatever it is. So that's my rebuttal on that. So we'll see, man. But I'm super biased on Yaxel, and this time I'm just gonna be proud of it. If we get Yaxel, I'm going to milk my Yaxel contact. I'm gonna make him feel guilty for not chiming in with me at least once every 2 weeks. How's Yaxel doing? Give me something that we can tell the family, and that'll be the thing with Let's Go Warriors. I think we can pull this off.
Well, it's kind of amazing that you already have that connection with the dude who's not really connected with the Warriors, I suppose, right? It's just kind of interesting that
I have this
that way.
This is vintage. You guys see this? Oh, it's this Michigan Nike shorts Fab 5 era. that I bought at the time that you can't. I did a poll on Instagram. Everybody thinks those shorts are worth $500 or more. So I do have bias.
They're what, Michigan shorts?
Oh, I have these Michigan shorts.
Yeah.
From Fab 5 era. Nike.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was the era when Nike started to sponsor. I mean, they were the innovators on this. They sponsored They sponsored Michigan, UNC, Duke. Remember those? Like the little Nike swoosh right here, obviously. And then Adidas responded with having Arkansas Razorbacks, which those were pretty cool too, but not the same quality as this. Like Adidas sucked back in the day compared to Nike. This is top-notch quality. And then these days, ever since the 2000s or 2010s, even NBA jerseys nowadays are way worse than the quality that you used to be able to buy, because they figured out, oh, we just need to mass produce this. So let's cut corners on all these little threads and all this. You see this tackle twill right here? You can't get this anymore these days. You would need a tailor to create custom made ones. Even I would even say the actual Michigan jerseys that they wear now, Yaxel's quality of uniforms doesn't measure up in terms of the threads on this. So I'm really proud of having this. Although obviously Nike these days is built for performance, so you wouldn't want to sweat in these shorts. Like, no, they
were very heavy. They were very heavy, yeah.
But there's a thing about those heavy jerseys from the 90s, right, Dean?
Well, they feel like real clothes, you know?
Yeah.
And then heavy shoes, too. Those Jordans were, I mean, they were legit, like, all leather, you know? I mean, the cushioning was good, but they were heavy, man. Those are heavy shoes.
Unplayable. You had to just walk around in them. And then people figured out that, oh, yeah, I should just walk around in them. And then, they
stopped walking around in them and kept them in the case.
Has it evolved? It's totally evolved. But always when I see sneakerheads on Instagram these days, I'm like, man, do you even know the evolution of this? Like, back in the day, you would never wear Jordans on the court. Not only were they kind of uncomfortable, but it's like you just, I'm not as good as Michael, so I can't be running around with.
Oh, I didn't care. I wore them.
Yeah, but I think a few years after that, maybe after the Jordan 4 or 5, people started wearing them more and more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting.
But that's the real, like, I just had a customer yesterday. He said he bought his kids pairs of Jordans. They were like kids Jordans. Were like 200 something each. Those are kids shoes. You know, the adult shoes must be pushing like 400. Man,
I totally remember. I totally remember when you could buy the little baby Jordan shoes, and then maybe you would just put them on your car, mirror, because you're Nike. We were so devoted to Nike.
I mean, these are kids in like 4th grade or whatever. They weren't baby shoes.
Yeah, but still, those little baby ones were like $40. But now I bet you they're like $200. So,
no, I mean, they're probably very expensive. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of Yaxel fans. Someone's saying he's been slotted for top 10. Sure.
I know. I want Yaxel.
Well, we're almost top 10.
I'm telling you, man. If we get Yaxel, I am stepping on that. He knows this too. He knows that I'm going to be calling him a lot. The guy that I know, of course, it's just wishful thinking. But yeah, this should be fun. I mean, I did a Yaxel video a long time ago, meaning last month, and I didn't think that. I thought he would go like top 8, but he's dropped because of the other guys and the sort of the tiers forming.
Well, also, a lot of these teams are actually rebuilding teams, really, and the age is probably more of an issue for them than for us or OKC or the Clippers or whoever. I don't know.
Let me just search. Let's Go Warriors Yaxel. It's in the title. Draft Yaxel. There it is. And
that was good. That was a good video. Also, someone on here, sorry, Red, someone on here said we should trade for AD so we get the #1 pick next year. It worked 2 years in a row.
Wait a minute, what's that?
Anthony Davis's team won the #1 pick 2 years in a row.
Oh wow! Wait, what was last year?
They got Luka. They traded Luka for him and got
Cooper.
And the Wizards just got the #1 pick this year.
Amazing!
Isn't that crazy? That was a great comment. I'm sorry. Let me try and find who said that.
Yeah, let me go scroll up.
Where is it?
There it is. Siobhan, of course. How does Siobhan do it, man?
That was hilarious.
I got to find a good backdrop. Let's go to the, I don't know, salary cap. We need a picture of the lottery. There it is. Go get AD. Okay. You want me to mock up AD later?
Well, if we get a #1 pick alongside of him, yeah, I guess. I know you're going to trade my guy.
I don't think Washington gives him up, though, no matter what.
Well, you would assume they want to go into the season and see what they have with, because Trey, him, and the #1 pick.
We only have really the only combinations would be Jimmy or Draymond and Porzingis together, I think.
Yeah.
They're not going to want Porzingis all over again. So, unfortunately, I don't think it's happening. So
I'm mostly against trading Jimmy. I do want to say, though, if it's Jaylen Brown, I might do that. Why
would Boston do that?
Well, Brown just, he just wants his own team, man. It's obvious. I don't think he wants to be disloyal or anything like that, but he was having a good time not being in Tatum's shadow.
Interesting.
And I know Jimmy in Boston would be kind of crazy, but with all those shooters around him and Tatum playmaking, all that, we get our wing scorer guy. I don't know. The contracts aren't that dissimilar. I mean, Brown's making a lot of money. It would kind of shoot the whole cap sheet 27 thing out of the water, but on the other hand, if it's not that trade, I'm good. I don't want to trade Jimmy for Kawhi or any of these other old LeBron.
I don't think if there were a team out there that would trade for an injured Jimmy, I think we would have seen it, at least some rumors of it, at the February trade deadline for, I don't know, maybe Dallas to tank a little bit more or justify tank. I don't know, but overall, I just find it hard for any team to trade for an injured player.
Yeah,
how do you explain that to your fan base?
Well, that's why it, unless it's something like Boston is very confident that they can, get the Jimmy Butler that we've seen before, understanding that they have a lot of depth around them. Unless it's something like that, you are selling low if you don't wait until he's healthy and is able to show what he's able to do. There's a little risk to that. It might come back and just not be the same guy anymore. And then you go, can't pay him this amount of money anymore. Or whatever. But I agree with you, Rich. And that's, I think we just have to wait, man. We have to wait and see where he's at in January or whatever, when he's able to come back. It is an ACL too, and not an Achilles or something. And it seems like guys are coming back pretty well from those types of injuries. And Lopez is a top five pick or a top five. Oh, you mean top? In rookie of the year or whatever. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to check him out. I do like international guys. I do like that. And he must be in the NBL, I would imagine, right? It's a pretty solid league down there, man. Yeah.
Jalen Johnson, wow. Jalen Brown, yeah. Wow. So there was a report of Brad Stevens. So Tracy McGrady said that Vince might not be happy in Boston, and then Brad Stevens did a end of season exit
Who
interview.
might not be happy in Boston?
Huh?
Who might not be happy in Boston?
Jalen.
Oh, Jalen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Brad Stevens obviously goes to the podium and says, "Nah, we're good."
Well, yeah. He's the fixer, isn't he?
Yeah, and didn't he get executive of the year?
At some point, yeah. I don't know if it was this year though. He might have. I don't know. Kerr getting a 2-year extension means Curry and Dray extending 1 more year. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Although we'll have to see if Draymond opts in around.
Yeah, let me see. So I was thinking, now that we know the pick is at 11, what are some things that might happen? I did a whole spreadsheet here that has different sheets of what could happen. So now I can get rid of the top 4 pick, because if we had gotten a top 4 pick, we would need everything to stay the same and Draymond take that discount. Now that it's the 11th pick, boy, I can't remember how I named these. Keep KP. He could opt in, and but the thing is that, let's see, can we get below the tax is the question. If we wanted to get below the tax, having the 11th pick is good because it's a smaller salary. And Draymond would need to go down around 21 million if you want to go out and get a 20 million guy, but that also assumes Kawhi Leonard. So there's not a whole lot we can do here with here's my thing. Okay, so to finally answer your question of do we extend Draymond? If Jimmy stays a Warrior, yeah, I'm almost thinking that we do not extend Draymond, because him taking a discount here of the 7 million maybe helps with the taxpayer mid-level. Who can you get there? But then it still clears this out next season, and maybe you can get even a bigger discount next summer. So right now, as of today, I'm okay with Draymond opting in, and I don't think it really hurts us that much.
What's that 220 number? Is that with Draymond at 27?
Just before we get to your thing, and you can pay Porzingis up to 25 million, but you don't get the taxpayer mid-level. So that's the problem with that. What was your question?
Is the 220 number with Draymond at 27?
Yeah, opt in. So
and
maybe
what's the second apron?
Second apron is 221.
Okay, so we're just under the second apron, which
so if you want to use the taxpayer mid-level, then okay, take the discount here, or you can have Porzingis kind of go. It depends on how much Porzingis is worth out on the market. But maybe you'd want.
I'm sure Kristaps Porzingis doesn't want to hit the free agent market, man. I'm sure of it.
No, I just mean what do you pay his market value as? And it's probably lower than 25 million, right? So yeah, maybe we do opt in Draymond. I guess it depends who you can get at the taxpayer mid-level.
Well, I think it also depends on
what's my other thing?
It would be it'd be Steph, Dray, and Jimmy all coming off the books all at once, right?
Oh, next summer, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's
okay.
That's a huge amount of. I mean, that's legit.
I did this in another video, by the way.
Huh?
The cap sheet analysis I've been doing in a separate. I did this in the separate video. Hold on, let me try and find it for you guys.
See, MEU 22. If he takes 15 mil, that's just a non-taxpayer mid-level. Which
he's not taking that low.
Yeah,
you guys gotta watch my video, guys. Get caught up. I've already done the analysis on this one here. Most of your questions have been answered here. Okay, so the question was if he goes down to, he's not going down to 15 million because Yossi Goslin told me that. I brought that up in the video with Yossi down here, this collab. He said that most guys take a 25% discount. So I go to my spreadsheet and I take 25% of 27 million, which is the opt-in price. That gets you to 20 million. So if I go here and do this mock-up of Draymond taking a discount at 20 million, then we can, that's where I had the idea of let's go get Kawhi, which is not my idea. That's actually Yossi Goslin's idea. But then I thought, what if LeBron took a discount and you could sign and trade Kristaps for 20 million, get him, then that opens up a non-taxpayer mid-level because you need to get under the tax. That gets us $1,000 under the tax. Then you can open up the net non-taxpayer mid-level here. But at that point, here's the problem. I only have 10 million to spend on the non-taxpayer mid-level. But if we trade out pods, then you can use the full non-taxpayer mid-level. So did that make sense? So a couple of steps there. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we just kept it simple and just opt in, maximize Porzingis at a $25 million spot just in case for trade value.
Well, let's put it this way: just the 15. What's that news? The 15 mil, right? He could get from other teams using, as you were saying, the non-taxpayer. Where's he getting 20 mil from? Teams going to use their
caps.
Yeah. Our team's going to use their cap space for him? I don't know.
Everything's sign and trade these days.
Yeah.
Not at the first apron, but that's how they do it. Free agency has been replaced by sign and trade.
Yeah, but I mean, what if we said no? You know what I mean? Where are you going to get that money from?
Yeah. So I think, but we have to say yes to retain the salary slot, just like Kuminga last year. All that negotiation to finally wind up at 24 million or 22.5 million. But because the path to a non-taxpayer mid-level exception is so I want to say far-fetched, I would not be surprised if we just kept Draymond. And actually, Yossi Goslin agreed on this. I'm actually agreeing with him, sort of. But with Draymond coming off the books next summer, I wouldn't be surprised if we want him to opt in, and we are able to then peg Porzingis at 25 million. Because here, if you're going to use the non-taxpayer mid-level, which in my scenario, I was able to get a $13 million slot, but I had to trade away pods to get that. What you can do with the $13 million slot is maybe go get John Collins, let's say. But that requires someone to come in at 20 million in a sign and trade for Porzingis. And I hope that's someone of, good talent, such as an old LeBron, but there might not be a guy there. So scrap all that and go back to the original, which is just keep KP and keep Draymond. I hope that made sense for people.
Yeah, it's kind of the way to have the largest salaries too, right?
What was that?
Isn't that the way for us to keep the largest amount of? Oh, so great.
Oh, right. Yes, because once you start playing around with trying to get a non-taxpayer mid-level, like a John Collins, let's say, then you got to get under the first apron, and you're kind of limiting yourself. And we've been in the first apron before when Clay left. That wasn't that fun.
Yeah.
So, we had
it's just hard to make trades, and you have
Kyle Anderson and
talent,
Kyle Anderson and Buddy. And
yeah.
Maybe one more.
I mean, I like those guys. Just, it's good. It's good getting back to the point where you have contracts you can throw a little weight around, in the trade machine if you need to. I mean, it's just good to have. What?
Trade the pick for Kawhi.
Nope.
I actually wouldn't. I wouldn't. Yeah. So we talked about that though. So I would have to hope in my mock-up.
Kawhi.
My mock-up of the Kawhi scenario, and I actually, the good news is that Kawhi actually makes less than Jimmy. But I think I'd want Kawhi and somebody else. And I don't want to trade away this year's pick, because in any other draft, it's a top 10 pick.
It's possible that Kawhi and Jimmy play the same number of games next year anyway. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Well, I'm just, Jimmy's not the most he's not an 82 game, a year kind of guy, but Kawhi's he's missed half the games he's ever been eligible to play, I think. It's something like that. He's playing 50% of the games of his career, So,
I think we'll likely trade the pick.
Look, I like Kawhi. It'd be great to have him on the team. And just,
I disagree with us. I don't think we should trade this pick because this 11th pick is like a 7th pick in a normal draft, or no, 8th, because you have 3 extra guys this draft that could have been number 1 a couple of years ago
maybe 4.
Yeah. So I think this pick is, whether it's Yaxel, whether it's LeBaron, Braden Burries, they're probably usually a 7th or 8th pick. And next year, that pick isn't going to be as good as this year, especially if we're stuck in the late lottery like we might be if things don't turn our way, even with Jimmy and hopefully Moody returning. And so that's why I wouldn't trade the pick.
That's another thing.
Future pick. And we're back to the 2 timelines, Dean.
Oh, I know. I love it.
I love it though.
People totally misunderstood what that meant. They thought it meant, let's prepare for after Steph. No.
Now everybody wants to be on 2 timelines. It's like, okay.
How did we win the 22 title? We won it with Jordan Poole, who was 22 years old. Wiggins, who barely turned 27, and Looney, who was 25. We had young talent around our veterans who could run and not sit on the bench with ice everywhere all the time.
Give them our attention. Gosh.
No. I'm not trying to give anybody attention. Just the 2 timelines thing is to put young talent next to our veterans, and we're probably not going to get a Luka Doncic to put next to Steph Curry, for instance, if we're talking about LeBron. But I think we still have the ability to put a lot of young, athletic talent around our older players, and We just need Steve Kerr to trust him, man. You know?
Right.
Really, that's pretty much what we need.
Hey, Man of Wisdom must like my mock-up.
Yeah. He also doesn't know how to spell Kawhi either. But that's okay.
Kawi?
Kawi, yeah. Kawi
Okay.
Leonard. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, my AI transcription always spells it like the island of Kauai.
Yeah. Kawhi, yeah.
So is Man of Wisdom an AI? I don't know. Oh, cool. So you like the John Collins idea? Honestly, you could swap out LeBron here for somebody else. You could pay John Collins a little bit more if you wanted to, boost that a little bit from 13 million. But my math has me at we can't use 15 million. We can only use 13 million. That is troublesome to me. By the way, I have Bronny James here as sort of a carrot for LeBron. But speaking of which, Dean, we should talk about this because I was talking to my buddy Mark, who's a devout Lakers fan. And I said earlier before you hopped on, if he was into, sharing his knowledge like I do, or at least we try to share our passion, he would do Let's Go Lakers, like it's the equivalent. Like he understands salary cap sheets and everything. So first of all, Cleveland's cap sheet is a lot. They've got a lot of salaries coming up. So let's take a look at that. So in a way, I've always wanted the Cavs to fail because I wanted Donovan to maybe consider walking away from the Cavs in next summer and maybe joining us, that kind of thing. That'd be kind of a cool 2-time line, right? But the truth of the matter is, look at all these salaries for next year. They've got 50 to Donovan, 50 to Evan. James Harden definitely opting in on the player option here.
Oh, yeah.
So can you justify second apron or even past second apron for getting knocked out, let's hope, by Detroit 3-1 in the semifinals, right? Or 4-1, let's hope, tomorrow. So then the Laker fans are like, oh, we want Jared Allen then because you're going to have to shed some of these guys. That's why Max Strus is going to probably get traded. Dennis Schroeder probably going to get traded. Like, there's too much salary here. There's a ton.
Yeah, they're already basically in the second apron. And they
haven't even filled out the whole roster.
Yeah.
So the thinking is that LeBron could do a sign and trade, get him there, and then they'd have to shed all these salaries or something like that. But LeBron ends up on the Cavs. It makes sense, as I said, for LeBron to come to the Warriors. Look at all these things that need to happen. I just don't see.
I mean, he could just take a minimum or whatever, but
right. Well, why take a minimum when you can get paid a okay salary and go back to Cleveland? Now with the Lakers, check out.
Would you want to go back to Cleveland? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
It does make sense, but you might also not want to be in Cleveland anymore.
Now we're not Lakers fans here, at least not even Dean level. No, but Mark is looking at his cap sheet and he's going, okay, so number one, we'd love to get Jared Allen. Number two, we can make a run at Peyton Watson. It's a legitimate run. They have cap space to go after Peyton Watson. And Denver is almost like Cleveland. They've got too much salary next season. So there's already
Denver's making moves, I think. Yeah, they're changing their roster.
They're already bounced out. And you cannot justify second apron for a small market team like that getting bounced out in the first round. So they're making some moves. That's why Laker fans are like, ooh, we want Peyton Watson. We want Peyton Watson. Which then, by the way, there's this other Warriors channel that suggested Aaron Gordon. Real quick, Dean. He goes, who says no? Aaron Gordon to the Warriors. I say no.
For who?
I think exactly. Number one, for who? Number two, he's not young enough. And he's been injury prone.
It's a bit redundant with I kind of like it.
Somebody under 30.
I kind of like the idea, and I love Aaron Gordon as a player. I just worry that it's a little redundant with him and Dray. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, anyways.
Gordon could shoot a little, but
I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about
it.
It
would depend on what the trade is, honestly.
All right. The other thing is they want to keep Luke Kennard. and they've got cap space, and they're getting rid of. And there's no way they're bringing back Rui. So look at this clean cap sheet. Is very, very, very clean, and it's like, oh, we finally got out of the LeBron 50 million thing, and every Laker fan is like, LeBron's going to fall off at some point. We just don't want to be holding that bag when he does fall off. So they are turning the page. That's what it feels like down there in LA. And I think LeBron can read the tea leaves as well. So where is he going to go? It just seems like Cleveland is the right place.
Also, Austin Reeves is going to get a pretty big
Austin Reeves, thank you. Austin Reeves is going to be franchise player.
Yep.
Salary-wise as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the Lakers are turning the page, and it's now the Luka chapter.
Yep.
So it's Luka, AR, and try to get a third, a big three. They want Jarrett Allen. It makes sense. The style of play the Lakers have always been traditional. Plus, Luka is more of a traditional type of system rather than, run and gun like Atlanta or the Warriors or even OKC is different. So they like
the Lakers have always had a great central perimeter player and generally a dominant type big man type. Now Jarrett Allen's not a dominant big man or anything, but
he can hold his own.
They tend to play large. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so Bron to the Cavs makes a lot of sense, and just the makeup of that team as well. And look, James Harden's going to opt into that 42 million. The Cavs, who hopefully will get eliminated tomorrow, all their fans will be like, oh, James Harden, we still own 42. But then it'd be like, oh, but we're getting Bron back. Oh, okay, fine. They'd be all happy about, they'd be okay with Harden once he opted in on that. If there were strong rumors of Bron returning to Cleveland at that point, to me, it just seems like the universe is shifting that way, as well as, one of the most devout and knowledgeable Laker fans telling me that, this that's over. We're done. So I think the
Cavs ownership too, ownership always wants to come in and make changes. What's his name? Mark something. But he's taking over basically for Jeannie.
Right.
And the Buss family operated very differently than most owners.
The guy who spent $10 billion to
he's gonna want to build his own team.
It's a corporation. Yeah. So a very similar thing happened with the Mavs, right?
Well, disastrously so, yeah.
Yeah, disastrously so.
But for the Mavericks, not so much.
I love it when Mark Cuban goes, I shouldn't have sold the team, but you sold the team. You're a business. You try to be a businessman, and you had your love of money for that. Even if it was just for that one day, your love of money was greater than your love of basketball. You paid the price.
Even more than that, it's just short term. Short term decision making versus long term. I mean, the Mavericks are just going to keep going up. I mean, these teams are exponential. They're one of the few sure bets in the world. As long as there is a stable system to allow them to play basketball, they're going to be fans, especially with a young guy like Luka. I mean, it was only going to go up, right? When you have stars like that, the value of your team goes up and up and up. They just came off the finals. It's like, well, I can get a quick high hit rather than waiting. And I don't know what happened, but man, I think you guys are crazy talking all this trash about Joe Lacob, man. Yeah. Imagine if we had the exact same roster, exact same history. And no, I keep going back to this, but what if we had Jerry Reinsdorf as our owner? Oh my God, dude, we, guys like that who only want to win 42 games, be close to a playoff push, sell out the arena, and never spend any money. They're worse than owners who have bad teams. Because bad teams are just bad. This is like you could make your team better and you choose not to. They said goodbye to Michael Jordan. Leave now, please.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard.
You guys are angry at Joe Lacob? Oh my God.
They're always angry at somebody.
Well, there's reasons to be upset sometimes, but you have to think, hey, has Joe Lacob spent I don't want to say inordinate, but a heroic sum of money sometimes for teams that haven't performed well and just come back the next year like nothing happened, took it right on the chin, didn't complain, just came right back. And hey, we're going to spend while we have Steph. And once Steph's gone, forget it, save some money, whatever. But come on, man.
One thing people don't realize, Lacob just spent upwards to $20 million on a coach that just went 37-45.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's the flavor of the day. Everybody on Warriors Twitter, they always need to blame somebody. Whether that was me back in 2013. I looked up the tweet. Was it 2013? Yeah, 2013. We're coming up on the anniversary of it in 4 days. I tweeted that I would rather have Steph than LeBron or KD. Turns out I was right, wasn't I? I was the only guy saying. We had Warriors fan pages throwing me under the bus for that. Literally, 13 years ago. And then they deleted their tweets. But look, there's no with Let's Go Warriors, we're here to root for the team. I just don't understand that blaming energy. So,
well, hey, I don't think we're homers or anything like that,
So you always got to look at the other side of the coin too. And oftentimes when you flip over that side of the coin, you find out that it's not so bad after all. For example, like Bruce says, "Oh, Jordan Poole, okay, yeah," and then we traded him for Chris Paul. Okay,
well, Jordan Poole, his contract was huge.
So I was just going to say that. Thank you. And who can you thank for that? You can't blame Lacob for that either.
Oh, Draymond.
Draymond, yes, okay, but I mean, Tyler Hero had just
exactly. Yeah,
that contract. You just had to do that.
And you're coming off a championship. You never want to look stingy coming off winning the title, and Oh, fair enough. I get John Collins is not everybody's cup of tea. But he's an athletic big man who can shoot a little. That's all we're saying.
It's a non-taxpayer mid-level. It's the same thing. If you don't want LeBron, then can you give me a $20 million player? If you don't want John Collins, can you give me a non-taxpayer mid-level to tell me who we should be pursuing? Because that's what you can do with this roster. You can do almost nothing, but integrate the 11th pick kind of right here, or you can the way you do it with the new CBA, which I actually love now, Dean, because then I'm able to do these spreadsheets and tell you exactly what we can do, because there's not much we can do. Then you go after being a luxury tax team and stay under the first apron, but then you need this salary slot to be about 20. You need the non-taxpayer mid-level to be maybe 15. Then you got to go out and find another guy for 18 or two $15 million guys.
You need to trade pods for very little back.
Thank you. I forgot about that. You need to trade pods out. So who do you want then? If you're saying no to this and to that, then you have to go all in on keeping it the way it is, basically. And then we're gonna go out. We're gonna play.
It's also, we already have most of these guys already on the roster too. I mean, look. But we have everybody on the roster basically because the 11th pick is going to be the 11th pick. So
this team right here with Jimmy and Moses unavailable, and the fact that we did not go a lot of dominoes need to fall route with Kawhi and other things and trying to get under the tax. I guess you could just only go after Kawhi. I don't know. I haven't really. That's the video I did with Yossi Goslin. It just wasn't. I haven't figured out what I don't like about that. But if this roster is just, a couple games over 500 by the time Jimmy gets back. I think that's all I can ask for, because we're playing with a 13-man roster. Like, we're literally two men down, 2 starters down.
Don't you kind of like that, though? I feel like it's going to give
the
and the 11th pick more playing time.
Oh, yeah.
I
think it's better to be the underdog and not be entitled and just enjoy every moment.
Oh, I would like to try and get it. I'd like to try to get a top 4 seed, though, in the playoffs.
Top 4? What about top 6? I'm happy with top 6.
Yeah. We haven't been over the 6th seed since the championship, though. You know what I mean? Look, top 6 would be nice, but if you're the 6th seed, 5th seed, you're probably not winning anything. And it's rare that you ever win anything if you're not a top 4 seed. So.
Okay, I see where you're going with that.
However, it's another reason that we really have to be careful about trading these picks out, willy-nilly. You have to be careful about what if we had this season and we traded this pick. Now, this draft was famously deep and well known for a long time, so I don't think we would have done that. But I worry about that. We go 40 and 42 or whatever and struggle a little, and now we don't have a pick.
All those people that have been complaining on Warriors Twitter, what do you do now? Like, it feels like they want to keep the pick. But then, no, just 365 days ago, you said trade the picks. Make up your mind.
Well, hey, things change. I get that. You have to go with moving with just being in a different place than you were at. But
Phylon's a potential star, huh?
Yeah, according to Mr. Curry over here. Okay. Elijah M. Curry.
We'll see. I'll ask Eric G at 4:30. It's coming on in 3 hours. And we'll let you go, Dean, pretty soon. Plus, I would like to have lunch.
Yeah.
So I think they need a reset.
Why would trading a pick help a reset?
Here's the thing. The only reset, follow me on this. The logical reasoning of a reset, the way you put it, that has to involve Jimmy in the trade. Then it's not a reset. So if you're trading the pick, if you demand to trade the pick, what are you trading out with the pick? Is it Porzingis at 25 million? Who are you getting back?
I guess you could do Mo and Pods.
Trey Murphy's not going to reset your team.
This is a super deep draft too. I don't know why we want to move down to get what.
So I think I just found out another trading the pick doesn't make sense because you'd only trade the pick with Jimmy.
Again, if you did Mo and Pods in the pick, maybe.
Pods in the pick. Pods is only making $6 million.
Mo and Pods combined in the pick.
Yeah, it's back to the same Jimmy thing. Who's trading for an injured guy?
Well, you get 3 young. I don't know.
No, the Moses problem that this is not talked about because everybody wants Moses to come back.
Yeah.
But the patellar tendon one, go look up who's gotten patellar tendon ones. Very few have gotten better or been the same. I hate to say it, but I looked it up. I'm worried about.
Were they also that young, or were they kind of?
Maybe not. So he's got that on his his side to heal. So, but I'm just saying the other 29 GMs, they're not touching Moses Moody. No way.
I kind of agree, and that's why you just need to see what you have when they come back. Yeah.
If Moses was $6 million, okay, maybe, but then you don't really trade $6 million. Who can you get for $6 million? I think for $6 million, yeah, Pods is a pretty damn good deal at $6 million. So I'm glad we talked about it though, because it's easy to say, oh, we need to trade it, because if you don't have if you're not sitting here punching in cap sheets, spreadsheets, then you can't see that side of the transactional nature of the NBA. So I would say trading the pick, I don't see how it's mechanically done. It sounds good in theory, but you a lot of things in life sound good in theory until you actually go and do the mechanics of it to execute it as a human being. You find out that it's like, really? Now, look, I could be wrong. Maybe there is a deal out there that I haven't thought of that involves the pick. I mean, a lot of things could happen. Maybe Horford retires and then you got more optionality. I don't know.
I don't think Al Horford's retiring.
Yeah, right. We've already gone through that, actually. Him making $6 million next year, him having one of the games of his life against the Clippers. Like if you're a baller like Horford, you want that one more chance. Give me one more chance, and you're paying me $6 million to have that one more chance again. All right, I'll do 82 more games.
I mean, it's it's what, 82 days of work for $6 million. You might as well do it one more time.
Well, it's the in between in the.
I know. Oh yeah, I know. But you also know what I mean. It's yeah. I mean, that's another.
In the grand scheme of things,
that's a down payment on your grandchild's. Not a down payment. That's buying your grandchild a house for 1 year of work, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's Moses and Jimmy are worthless. It's a bit harsh, but we need to get them back to see where they're at, to see what their trade value or their
what if what if Moses' mom
capabilities at
reading this?
Oh, he doesn't care.
Exactly.
I mean, it's Mother's Day.
I'm trying to spread the word to people that if you really love the game of basketball and you embrace it in its many ways from a behind the scenes perspective, it's the best feeling ever. Like you get to really love your team rather than just sit there and go, oh, this guy sucks, that guy sucks. Oh, we were 37-45. I'm not happy.
It's fine if you're frustrated. You don't have to love everything that the team. You don't have to be a company man, and we are not that. I know people might say that about us, but we're not. We're not just gonna, blindly follow whatever it is that Steve Kerr does, or Joe Lacob does, or even Steph Curry does. I mean, every game we're on here talking about Steph and his blueberry turnovers. That's fine, but we also want to just have fun when the team does well, and not go into the tailspin every time there's a problem in an NBA roster. And we don't need to lose our mind about the game of basketball. It's very important that this team does well for me. It's very important. But I'm also 30 years old. I'm not 14 anymore. It's they're gonna be fine. And if they're not, then you make changes, right? But
the team, it's let's go Warriors, not let's throw Warriors under the bus. Root for your team. It's really not that hard if you look at it from a basketball perspective, which is, I look back, I was talking to my Laker buddy yesterday night. We were talking about this whole thing with LeBron, which we kind of figured out from a cap sheet standpoint as well. Man, we miss the camaraderie. We miss high-fiving our teammates. We miss figuring out which guys to recruit for a tournament. We were talking about how he's going to go to a wedding next month, and he goes, man, if I didn't play in your league, I would have never met my guy that I'm going to the wedding to. And this guy, he goes, funny thing, one time we had a championship game, and the guy that he's going to the wedding next month, he goes, he was a no-show at our championship game. He went to a rave the night before, and we were pissed at him. I actually missed that, And so the way you look at that at Let's Go Warriors is they're your teammate. You want this inside, camaraderie of the team. Now there's plenty of places on Twitter you can go to where they don't do it this way. Yeah. That's fine. That's your choice. But we're always going to do it like that because we love the game too much.
And here's one thing that I always like about, I know people hate them, but sports hate them, but Lakers and Celtics fans, they always just assume, and they're almost always proven correct, that they'll be back. They'll be fine. Their team's going to be good again, and not very long from now. And they're just right about it. You know, if you don't think, you can do that in Golden State, I think you're crazy. Why would you not be able to do that?
I thought
there's a weird thing in the Bay that I don't understand. Where you guys are just like, you have all these championships, and yet you're always like,
well, that's social media, right?
No, I don't think so.
It's not. No, I think you go ask anybody who's walking into Chase Center for a Warriors game.
They think they're going to win the game.
They're not going to admit that, but of course, that night after the game, they could go on Twitter and thumb type stuff, because those apps, they encourage you to feel bad, and that's just.
I'm not saying the solution to that is being delusional. I'm not saying that. Just.
Well, look, we had that game
a lot better than we realize here.
People don't realize, the ones that are always complaining, you don't realize just how great Steph is in terms of, you don't really need a whole lot more with Steph. Now, it's been hard because our cap sheet has been top heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
and we're playing midgets next to them. Sorry,
it's hard to find the right guy in a draft at number 19. You go, 6'4" pod. He's turned out right. And Guy Santos is not the most athletic player, that kind of thing. So, and Jonathan Kuminga didn't work out at all. But like you saw in the Clipper game, you don't need all that much. Now the problem is, in an 82 game regular season, which is totally different than the play-in and the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just thinking about this the other day, is like, to win more regular season games, I would not have cried a tear if Steve was not the coach, because he's had a great life. He's, we've done a lot of great things. But like, I don't always agree with them. Like, we should not be throwing the ball to the Phoenix Suns over 20 times. Granted, our team was pretty much out of gas.
Yeah, we've had 40 turnovers in 2 games, right?
Even the game before that, even leading up to that, we're just too loose with the ball. Like, what's the problem there? Can we figure that out in an 82 game schedule? Yeah. But then I was thinking just yesterday when Steve, before Steve said yes, like, looking at these playoffs, like what is Nick Nurse's adjustment to the Knicks? I mean, I don't watch them closely, and I did see Dominic Barlow play more minutes and whatnot, but those teams are not constructed to have the ability to make adjustments in the playoffs. And that's the difficult science of the Warriors, is that how do you make an organization that's built to win in the playoffs? Because I want Steve, like, if there were a new Warriors coach, there's like 0% chance we're winning the championship next year or the year after that. With Steve, it's more than 0, though. That's.
I don't agree with that.
What do you mean by you don't agree?
You said if we had a new coach, there's a 0% chance we're winning the title.
Yeah, because it's too new to make the adjustments in the playoffs. He wouldn't make the same.
The whole training camp? I don't know. I don't agree.
Playoffs are totally different than training camp or regular season. Training camp gets you ready for regular season. Playoffs is based on experience and savviness, and Steve has both. So
yeah, but he won a title without any coaching experience coming in from Mark Jackson. Why wouldn't that not be the same thing here?
He had Phil Jackson. He was there when Phil Jackson made crazy adjustments.
So, yeah, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to see it happen, unless.
Right. No, but I disagree with you. I don't think there's another coach out on the planet that could win a championship for the Warriors next year. Now, can Steve do it? Okay, maybe the odds are, but they're not 0 with Steve. We still have the chance. So that's why I would want Steve back. We still have a chance. But it's
well, you got your wish. That's not what I wanted.
You're disagreeing with me on the other side of the coin of Steve. You're not disagreeing with me on Steve. So that's the good news. You're disagreeing with me the other side of Steve, which is not Steve Kerr. You are disagreeing with me on not Steve Kerr universe. I say not Steve Kerr, no championship next year.
Yeah,
with Steve Kerr championship. You agree with that? We
Not
have a
really.
chance.
No.
You don't agree that we have a chance to win the championship with Steve Kerr this upcoming season?
He would have to do something radically different than what he's been doing the last 4 years.
Okay. First of all, the assumption is we've made the playoffs.
Okay. Why?
Do
we have to go through the plan again?
I guess what I'm saying is regular season is different than playoffs. So if we are looking at the playoffs only in a vacuum, I would want Steve
you're saying starting at the playoffs with a new head coach, just fresh.
I don't think a new head coach could develop. The new head coach would still have that game one against Houston, let's say, or what's another team? Let's say the new coach.
Phoenix. We never played Phoenix in the playoffs.
New coach starting game one of the 2027 playoffs. I don't think he can win the championship. He can't make the adjustments. Nick Nurse can't make adjustments. Now, he did when he had the roster at Toronto to make certain things. That was a deep roster. But
that was very deep, yeah.
The way the Philadelphia 76ers as an organization that's built, like they're not, the one thing they can't do right now is to make those adjustments. Whereas Steve will make adjustments no matter what you give him. So I just think that, I don't even know how we got on this tangent, but I just think that we needed Steve back. Like if we didn't get Steve back, I just totally don't think we could win the championship next year. But I think we can with Steve, and it's all just an issue of getting through the regular season and not being a play-in team and getting at least the 6th seed, I think, is. But then you can't really blame him for Jimmy and Moses.
No, that was in no one's control, obviously.
So I don't know how we got on that tangent, but I just want to remind people that like regular season is different than playoffs, and that's the difficulty with the Warriors right now is how do you, like, the regular season has changed so much. It's way faster paced. In the first month of the season, teams don't care. They're going to blitz you. They're going to all out. We have a young team. We're Portland. We're not expected to make the playoffs. Portland at that moment in time. Oh, we're throwing the kitchen sink.
They torched us, man. Yeah.
They can afford to run back and forth in a regular season game. Slow it down to later on in the season. Everybody has game tape on everybody else. So that's the hard part, is how do you, and that's where the 11th pick comes in. So you got to integrate this 11th pick. Just let them make the turnovers, because young teams are going to make the turnovers too. And so you got to change the philosophy on the regular season. So when they talk about, Steve Kerr and Joe Lacob have this philosophical differences, to me, that's the regular season. And then playoffs, we want the same old Steve. Let's just get to the playoffs of the same old Steve. So that's
I've never had a problem. I've always loved Kerr's ego management, which sounds derogatory, but it's not. You need to temper the superstars a little and also raise the ego of some of your role players. You just need to, it's not a negative thing. And I always thought the X's and O's were great. I don't really trust his rotations. They're always too small, basically, at least in the 2020s. And the development has been a little off and on. When it's a guy like Looney, absolutely amazing. A guy like Kuminga obviously had some problems. So there's great things that Kerr does and things that frustrate me. I have to tell you though, I am really excited with a healthy Porzingis playing next to Draymond. I think that's really very interesting for your power forward center, or your Draymond at power forward and Porzingis at center. I think that is really exciting, and throwing Jimmy in that mix, I think, could be really strange. A really, really strange team to have to play, because that allows Draymond to not have to be the center, as Bruce is saying. It allows him to free roam. We have a rim protector who can shoot threes. Obviously you need Porzingis to be healthy, but he's like what, 31, 32 years old? He's not that old, He's not like 37 or like Jimmy and Dray are going to be. Ego management means Draymond management. No, it's not just that. It's also, I don't know how many coaches could have gotten Iguodala to come off the bench, really, but Kerr's good at that, it didn't work with Clay, but Clay's still trying to fight the world a little bit coming back from those injuries, I think. Man, I'm excited about this roster going forward, and I'm really excited about this draft pick. I think we have a real opportunity to have a guy who, hopefully maybe can one day become a franchise guy, but really a young player who can help us contribute to winning. This is very exciting. You rarely get a lottery pick, 11th pick, while you still have a guy on the level of Steph Curry. I mean, there's risk. There's absolutely risk here, but there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity that we could be a really strange, hard to defend team that gets back to having some fun, man. Not constantly going through the mire, just levitate a little. That's what young guys do. They help you levitate through the regular season, especially a little, rather than having to slog through the mud and the thorns and, things like that. It's fun having talented young players on your team. Yeah, I would love for this to work out. And I hope it does. Someone like JK,
okay.
Yeah, I know.
Two things that I saw in the comments.
Yep.
Steph Curry probably shouldn't be playing that many minutes.
Yep.
So I think that's probably a discussion that Lacob and Kerr probably had. I'd be surprised if they didn't. So the Steph's minutes, good point, Bruce. And the other thing is when you guys say that we need to change up this roster, which I get because, right, we have 13 guys on the roster that we can do something about, or even less than that. So then the only other way to really get other kinds of guys and shake up the roster is to use the non-taxpayer mid-level scenario. But when we do the non-taxpayer mid-level scenario, then you got to find me like 2 non-taxpayer mid-level guys that, one, I can sign and trade Kristaps, and 2, I can just do straight free agent non-taxpayer mid-level. So give me some targets and then you can change the roster. So that's the next step. Like, everywhere else would be like, oh, we need to change the roster. Let's go Warriors. We need to go, okay, let me tell you what can be changed on the roster. Find me 2 non-taxpayer mid-level guys and assume that Pods has to be traded out, and find me those 2 guys at the cost of Pods. Then we can really come up with a roster. But then if you're sitting there going, oh, we didn't do anything and they didn't do much, well, that's the reason why. I'm telling you right now, that's why we didn't do anything, because this is damn hard to go out and create a non-taxpayer mid-level spot, do a sign and trade, find something for Pods to unload his salary because there's nobody else to trade out. By the way, it's not that I'm picking on Pods. It's literally because it's salary slot. Like, you're not trading Al Horford's slot out. You can't trade Guy Santos. And these are all minimums. So the only guy left, because Moody is injured, is, we talked about that. GMs are probably not trading for an injured guy either. So like that's how I see the roster construction. So think about that. That's what we do here. Let's Go Warriors. Dig a little deeper, peel the onion a few more layers, And then when you peel the onion a few more layers and then you find out that, oh, we didn't do anything, then you're not as mad that the team didn't do anything, because you know, based on my spreadsheet work here, that a lot of things would have needed to happen to make the roster really changed up.
Also, other teams, listen, they can smell blood in the water. Like, they know when you're desperately trying to change things that they can ask for more and more from you. We need another swap. I don't know, you know. Maybe you would have. We'll give you this, but you also have to throw Guy Santos in there or something. So, I mean, you don't want to be. You don't want to overpay for a short-term solution here, anyway. And you know, you have to understand that other GMs don't. They might work with you. Obviously, there are sometimes teams that have good relations, sometimes teams that have bad relations with each other. You know, that's true. It just as is in any, you know, country to country, business to business, whatever, team to team. But for the most part, they don't want to help you, man. You know what I mean? When's the last time we helped another team?
Well, everybody wants to help OKC. Like Chicago loves to help them, and Philadelphia.
That's because for years they would take on their, hey, you have a bad contract that you need to get off, Yeah, we really want to get off this contract. Okay, send us a pick. Oh, okay. And now look what you did. What
I do?
Not you. Oh. The NBA built the Thunder. I mean, I wonder how many people on the Thunder were just their pick. They didn't get them from Shea from the Clippers. They didn't draft them using another team's pick. Like, I wonder how many people on the team are just, they would have been on the Thunder no matter what, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy what they were able to do. And they're going to hit the second apron pretty hard here, too. I wonder what happens when that.
So, speaking of OKC, my Laker friend Mark says he thinks OKC will win 4 to 6 championships. What do you say about that? I say no, because it's way too hard to do that.
3 to 5 more
will come. He says 4 to 6 total. Yeah.
Total. Yeah.
I say no.
6 is too many.
3 max.
I mean, if you want to say maybe Shea can make a push for it, I think it's hard to, and this is a problem, in my opinion, with the second apron. It's hard to keep dynastic teams together.
Say that. I was going to wait until you were done with
That's a shame, I think. I like seeing dynasties rise and fall. Parity's all right, but, it's just a different team every year. It's not, you don't really have that legacy building thing. And I have absolutely no idea how Oklahoma City's going to afford to be in the second apron for 10 years. Because you're going to have to do that for 10 years if you want to win 5 titles, let's say. Just 2 years in the second apron for every championship, How are you going to do that? They're in Oklahoma, man.
So, like I said,
I guess they got oil money.
I think maximum OKC wins 3, and a lot of things have to go right. The injury thing, and then the next iteration of that core. So they need to squeeze out as many as they can, and then the one that's left over. So this is the Warriors model, honestly. You have that run, and then you have the next iteration. Shea could be a guy like Steph that can carry them in a 7-game series in the finals, and things have to break their way, but it's very hard. I just think, the 4 titles that we got, man, we're lucky, but we're also good. And that's really hard to do, because there's a lot of things, just like I was talking about with my guy Mark, his best player didn't show up for the championship game because he went to a rave the night before. Not saying that NBA players go to raves. No, things come up. There's going to be injuries. It's always injuries. Some spat in the locker room. Somebody doesn't like somebody, you never know. So it's hard to run a team. And so like when people are like, oh, why can't we do this and that? Just like OKC and all those draft picks, that's how you do it. Well, so far, as of today, they still only have one championship to show for Sam Presti's 17 years of genius. It all started back with the Rashard Lewis trade. He got a second round pick out of that. That's on our Discord somewhere. If you go search Sam Presti on our Discord, there's a great article about Sam Presti and the lineage of Sam Presti. It started with Rashard Lewis, and it was, instead of Rashard walking to Orlando, he asked Rashard to do a sign and trade to get a second round pick back. Then that second round pick was used in another thing and another thing and another thing, and then leads to Shea, leads to all these fantastic transactions for him. They have one championship. So, like, I think more Warriors fans need to be reminded how hard it is to win. So, like, you want to throw Lacob under the bus for Kuminga and Wiseman? Dude, it's hard, man. Like, it's never going to just always break your way. Something's going to happen.
Well, speaking of that, in May 2016, the Warriors ending up with only 4 championships is kind of low, if you think about it. Because they were well on their way winning 2 in a row. Then you get KD, and you only have 4? I mean, I don't mean to sound, that sounds terrible to say only 4.
Yeah, that is. So
but
I just made
we made 5 straight finals in a row. Like, it felt like, and we got Kevin Durant. It felt like we were going to win 7. You know?
By the way, which makes LeBron getting to 9 finals in 10 years. That's just crazy. I was looking at that earlier.
He went to 4 finals with 2 different teams straight. We did it 5 in a row in the harder conference. So, yeah. Go Dubs. Steph should ask for a trade. Okay, well, if he doesn't win the championship, he just lost being maybe the most loyal superstar of all time. Right? I mean, Dirk was very loyal. He only won 1 title. Duncan, everybody loves Duncan. They forget that he was like almost an Orlando Magic in 2004. Like, he was about to sign there. Kobe asked for trades like twice. Nobody has that many championships. And loyalty is only expected one way. No, not for good organizations, it's not. The best organizations don't work that way. Loyalty is a 2-way street. Look at the way the Lakers treated Magic and Kobe, the way the Celtics treated, Russell or Bird or, whoever, Havlicek, I mean, no. Great organizations. It's not a 1-way street. Look, if Steph really wants to go, what are you going to do? I just don't. How would that be good for his legacy, man? You've never had a Warrior retire with you, a great Warrior retire in the Bay. It's never happened. Name one. Andre Iguodala? Well, he left and came back. They never played their whole career in Golden State. That's literally never happened. You're trying to do it with 2 of your great players, in Draymond and Steph, but Steph especially. It's absolutely amazing when you've been able to spend 20 years watching a guy on one organization be one of the greatest champions of all time. And, man, what's the point of changing horses midstream, Like, look, he doesn't have that many years left. What's the point? Because if you win another championship in Golden State, oh my God, dude, you're the GOAT, right? At 6'2", 5 chips, 1 team in the 2010s and 2020s. No, I'm not doing a eulogy. I'm just trying to remind you that stuff is amazing. Look at any organization when they're retiring a player who's played 20 plus years. Steph hasn't played 20 years yet, but he will. For these guys have won multiple championships who never left. That is unbelievable feeling, you know? You don't hear anyone's greatness based on loyalty. Have you ever heard people critique LeBron James for moving from team to team?
I think I don't want to give him any more attention. Like, it's just, we're different people, dude. House of Reason 78. I can see your profile pic. You know, you're not a young adolescent. I'll say that there's a lot of those on Warriors Twitter, but you have been, unfortunately, never been exposed to the culture of the Warriors behind closed doors. I've been lucky. Just go to the Let's Go Warriors homepage on YouTube. There's a video here of Steph making 93 out of 100. Like, I was there. I was in the building. I've been on basketball teams. I've run basketball leagues. I talk to my old teammates and rivals all the time. We love the game too much.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different kind of love. It's really loving the game from a human side, respecting the human side of competition and all of that. You're looking at it from an almanac, Wikipedia point of view. You want to look in an almanac and see the Warriors listed as many times as possible. That's not the same thing as what we're trying to teach and exude here at Let's Go Warriors. The difference is, though, when you look at the game the way that I do and the experiences that I've had and the appreciation for everything, just like Steve does and everybody on the Warriors, it's a much better feeling than just being judgmental with your thumbs all the time. But, you know, that's your choice. I mean, I wish I could help you further. I wish I knew you better as a human, and I would help you further. I would want to help you further. But as that we're on, you know, social media here and you're thumb typing away, I get it. There's nothing really I can do about that. So I would just say that if you're going to continue doing that, there are other channels where you can argue, and like every one of your comments so far, or at least 90%, 99%, has been very well suited to like Twitter. Just go there. I don't really want that on my channel. That's why I created the channel. And it's going to be really hard to find more Dean Chamberses, Bruce's.
You know what, though? Rich says that, but if you come back on here and just try and engage with what he's asking for, like, we've had that happen all the time. People come back and they're like, all right, you know, we'll try and, I don't know, just think of it as if you're talking about your teammates. And it's cool, you know? We're not telling you to, like, leave. Just
I know
we
that
have a different philosophy. That's all.
Draymond, if he were here, he would engage you on the Dirk Nowitzki, Reggie Miller, whatever it may be. But like sometimes I feel like even though he's the epitome of behind the scenes basketball, I mean, he lives it every day. He'll tell you that all the things that have happened with Steve and Steph. So like he's probably got more perspective than me, even though I've actually been in basketball environments longer than he is, as I am older than him by a lot. So like, but Draymond gets in that mode of podcast mode too. And that's become part of his future money earning persona. So he needs to do that. So yeah, he can engage you on that. I'm just saying that I don't find any fulfillment going down that road.
Yeah, he says he respects our perspective. That's
cool.
That's cool. Thank you.
No, it's taken a while to just let people be.
Yeah, it's hard to let people be, man.
I've been in, you know, I've taken it to more levels that I probably shouldn't have in the past, but it's just part of like I don't want to be part of the problem anymore either. Because if you're starting up too much with that, I can just show you what I think is really cool, and hope you think that it's cool. But if you don't, that's all good. All right. Well, Dean, man, you hopped on, and appreciate you, man.
Yeah. You know, I forgot to set my alarm, by the way. I just woke up at like 11:30.
Good thing.
I just got lucky, man.
Man, we ended up going over 2 hours, man. There are a lot of good things we talked about, though.
Oh, definitely. Hey, I know we didn't get the 4th pick, and I think a lot of people were hoping that something real special would happen.
Oh, good.
We should be excited, though. This is fun.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
We have a lot of hope for the future and for the present. So let's have some fun, man.
I commend you for that, because if I'm being honest, you're more excited about the roster than I am. But I've been doing the spreadsheet for now a couple weeks, and I'm stuck in the numbers, and I'm stuck in the structure of the cap sheet. I really don't think we can do a whole lot, which is kind of like disappointing in a way, but you're right. It's going to be exciting regardless. Every season, even if you play men's league and you just got bounced and you had a bad season, you're looking forward to the next season. The first game of the next season, whether it's preseason or whatever, if it's men's league, you always get that, all right, let's go and get it. You always think you're going to win every game.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought it up, because
absolutely,
it's good to be reminded of that.
Yeah. Well, it's not often you have a, GOAT candidate who's like 39 who gets to play with a lottery pick in one of the deepest drafts. It seems like, we don't know. Everybody thought, the 2020 draft was going to be horrible, and there's some good players in it, but it looks like there's some talent here, man.
38-year-old man. Yeah.
Well,
you get me excited to, when I have a whole bunch of time, maybe in the month of September.
Yeah.
Go rewatch that Clippers game and just see how this new draft pick will fit into that. Maybe like, man, like that guy can still do it, man. Steph, that's just nuts. Just nuts. But I'm glad he had the game, because it was like, I'm glad he came back, because you could intellectually say that it was, shut it down, right?
Well,
avoid further injury.
Might have prevented the Thunder from getting a draft pick, but that's not really any of our business, I guess.
Oh, that's right, Dean. You wanted to shut him down, actually, right? So
no, I just wanted to lose.
Really, it wasn't an injury thing. I would have thought that his, rest the knee. I mean, I have a little bit of that.
Well, I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I wanted him to rest by not playing the Suns, but it's fine. I can't. We got our lottery pick. Steph showed the world how great he is still, and we had our fun. So it's all good.
Hey, House of Reason and me ended up on the same page, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm getting better at this.
I like this whole. What are you saying? The 4th pick would be the number 1 pick in most drafts? I agree. So we got like the 8th pick.
Eric G told us there's tiers, the top 4, then the top 7. So if you just look at that first tier, any of these 4 top ones, and you look and you watch the highlights and you read the mock drafts, they would probably be number 1 in the Zachary Risachet draft, right?
Oh, easily. Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
Caleb Wilson is projected 4th, and he looks way better than Risachet, right? So you're looking at, in a normal draft or a not exciting draft, like Cooper Flagg is the one. Was there another guy last draft that I forgot?
Edgecombe, I think.
Knuppel. Edgecombe. Okay, yeah. So maybe 2.5, number 1. This year seems like 4 legit number 1 type picks that could really change a franchise.
So we kind of,
if you have 4, then you got to move all the other pretty good players down, which then goes down. Right. So -3, because you need to have the number 1 pick. So you could look at best, our pick is like an 8th pick, if you get in the top 10, that's pretty good. And 11 is already on the fringe of 10, obviously. So,
yep.
Yeah, well, but look, guys, come back in 2.5 hours. We have Eric G's coming on board. It was the only time he could come on board. And I knew that when Dean came on that we would have a lot to talk about.
Absolutely.
So Eric G is going to really shed some light. Any of you that want to know more about any of these guys on the mock of NBADraft.net, which I trust them the most because they've been doing this the most. Decades.
Yep. And Eric G is one of the main guys on NBADraft.net. In case.
And the guy who started NBADraft.net, he's from the Bay. So he's a Warriors fan. And Eric G
analytics
is from the Bay as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure by now the rest of their staff is non-Warriors fans, but those two guys, the founder and the guy that we have all the time on our lives, because the founder is kind of reclusive, but he's very busy. He is so dedicated to this, and usually he's right. Final thing I'll say about this, me copying their mock one time won me a media prize when I went to the Warriors draft media gathering, because I used to be credentialed media with the Warriors. And you got to write down your top 14 picks. I copied NBADraft.net and I won. I won the contest, and I got JBL headphones for that, which I subsequently gifted to Rebecca. You guys know Rebecca? Nice. Yeah. So she got to enjoy that. It's probably out of date now. Everything's Bluetooth now, but yeah. So we're going to have Eric G come back, guys, in 2 hours and 19 minutes. Eric G, that'll be like so eye-opening. He's going to have to answer why Steinbach is now vaulted up to 10th for Milwaukee. And then we'll once again go through all these guys, Nate, Braden, LeBaron, Yaxel, even Cameron Carr now is at 14. Kareem Lopez for sure.
Yep. There's a lot of Kareem love out there, so I would love to hear what he has to say. I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
And the poll, so I can take a snapshot of it right now. I am biased with Yaxel, so I'm going to need you, Dean, to be the voice of reason on the Yaxel thing, which I'm totally biased on.
I'm a little biased too, but I'll do
my best. Are you? Okay. Well, at least you're admitting it.
Good.
All right, guys.
I'm interested in Kareem Lopez. I like the international guys. I do.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want an athletic guy, whether he's 6'4" or 6'8". I want him to be like fast and super twitchy. Like he can break down a guy. So I worry that Kareem Lopez is not able to do that, but it's okay. Not like Yaxel can just break down a guy, but he can overpower you.
Yeah,
anyway, we'll talk about that with Eric G.
Yep.
We need to trade for AD. I'm thinking about doing a mock for that just for your sake. So maybe I'll mock it up on a cap sheet like this. It won't be that difficult because he's making 50-ish million. But like, here's the question. Here we go again. And we'll leave on this. Why would Washington want to trade for Jimmy Butler? Or maybe it's Draymond and Porzingis together. I don't know, right? Like, why would they do that? They just got him. And they got the number 1 pick. So
I'm only trading Jimmy for Jalen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. But, gotcha.
You better go get some lunch there, Rich. And,
thank you.
Of course, we have to say to all the mothers and all the children, Happy Mother's Day. And obviously, if you have the ability to, send some love to the lady in your life who's your mom or is like a mother to you, or whatever, obviously, whatever the case may be. And, love you, Mom. Thank you.
One last thing, our Discord server, which I don't know if the pinned comment got there or not, if it's still pinned or not. I'm going to pin it right now. Oh, it's there. Cool. Look, go check out our YouTube channel, our Discord server, because Dean mentioned Mother's Day. There's a Mother's Day post right here. Right here. We got all the moms that were posted by the Warriors today. So Check it out. Steph, LJ Cryer, even Will Richard, Pods. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Beautiful, beautiful.
One last screenshot, Dean. Ready and wow. All right. See you at 4:30, people.
All right. Don't be late.
Just us 1, 2, 3 and brate.
Just us, brate. Mater.
All right. Take care.